What's up, YouTube? This is Boston Chris. Welcome to my channel, Boston Chris Comics. I'm back with a brand new video. Got some books that I picked up last week that I wanted to go ahead and show. And a couple of things that actually was kind of funny. We were doing a little bit of cleaning up and I actually came across these and thought they were really cool. So I'll just show you those at the end. But first and foremost, we have some new books. So the new books that we got, I started out with this one here. We got What If, the new series. It's a Ghost Rider book. This is a pretty cool book. I read through it. I thought it was okay. I thought it could have been better. I actually look at it as how they did it. They could keep the story going. There could be more to it. You know what I mean? But the cover was awesome though. The cover was really, really cool. And like I said, I read it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. So, a lot of times with What If, and I saw this in a comment on one of my other videos that the What If stories from time to time tend to be hit or miss. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily miss. I just think it was not quite what I was expecting, but not bad. So next we have Green Lantern issue number 51. Green Lanterns number 51. This wasn't the cover I wanted. I wanted to get the B cover, but they didn't have any. So, I decided to stick with, just to get it to continue the run. As everyone should know by now, along with, Flash and Batman, those are the three DC Rebirth series that I actually collect regularly just because I love the stories. So, always love picking up Green Lanterns. It's a great book. Next we have Darth Vader issue number 22. This is a kind of an homage cover to there was a comic back in the day that they had shown. I think it was a Dark Horse comic actually, where Vader's holding up 3PO's head after 3PO is disassembled in Cloud City in Bespin. And Empire Strikes Back. So that's kind of a homage to that, which I think was pretty cool. That he's holding up the helmet and everything like that. I don't know. I guess I never really read the Dark Horse comics. I do have a book. It's a thick book of just different stuff from the Star Wars comics, and that was one of the things that they went ahead and showed in that one. Before Marvel got a hold of it and everything, Dark Horse was the one that was, expanding out the comic universe and telling the stories and kind of, filling in some of the extra gaps that happened between the movies, between certain scenes and things like that, just kind of giving a little bit more background to the characters. I know a lot of the Dark Horse stuff, or I shouldn't say a lot of, I think if it's not 90%, it's a really high number of it that's not even considered canon anymore. I think none of it really is. I think that there's a couple stories they may adapt just because they kind of fall in line with stuff that they're doing now, but who knows. Next we have Batman issue number 51. It's 57. What am I saying? Stupid Chris. Number 57. This is the Mattina variant. Really awesome covers. Matina's killing it over on DC with those covers that he's doing. I mean, I would hope that Marvel will get him to do some covers on their side at some point. But I mean, he's really just doing some amazing work on these covers. Next up, we have Life of Captain Marvel number 4. And this is a cool book. This is I think just a really good read. Gives you just that background story on Carol Danvers, how she grew up and everything like that. So really cool. I'm enjoying the story. I think it's pretty good. Next up we have Old Man Logan issue number 49. And gotta love this because here he is taking on Maestro. So this is also has been a great series throughout since actually the very beginning when they first started it up. It's just really been a solid read. So I will say that as far as the title goes, I'm not gonna be looking forward to it going away, but with it going away, it does open up a spot on my poll so I can get other things. So that's kind of a bittersweet moment. But I've enjoyed the story so far. I think that they've done a really, really good job. The team that they've had has done really awesome things throughout the entire run of the book. So I know it's going to end and start up another series called Dead Man Logan at some point. So, but Old Man Logan apparently is going away. So, I don't know. It's been a good series. I've enjoyed it, definitely. And then also we have a couple of True Believers. So, we have True Believers, What If, the Fantastic Four never got the superpowers. I don't actually think I have this one. I'm trying to think. Like on the back, they always show whether it's volume 1 or 2, and this looks like it was a. Let's see. So this looks like, I guess this is a page from the inside of the book, or something of that nature, because the actual cover looks like right here, like what if the Fantastic Four had never been. So that's what it's taken from, I think. I don't know. Let me see. What could have been? What if classics? Oh, this is the advertisement for it. All right, I messed up. Normally they do put the issue that it came from. Like they'll show you the actual true cover of it. So I don't know. I have to read through it just to make sure that that's not what's going on. But definitely a cool one to pick up. I mean, one I don't have. One I hopefully eventually will get, because I do want to complete the whole run of What If. Just love those stories. I like having them. So, and then next we have this one here. This is What If the symbiote costume had possessed Spider-Man. This I have. This is actually What If Volume 2, Issue number 4. And I got this signed by Al Milgrom because he did the cover on this. Really, really cool book. And honestly, like, I have to point this out because I know a lot of people want to point to that Quasar cover. There's a Quasar cover that ends up being considered the first like Venomized character or something like that, and because it shows a Venomized Thor, and this book predates it. This book definitely predates it, I think by like 4 or 5 months, and so yeah, it predates it by that by that margin of time, but just to show. So the costume leads off of Peter Parker and hops on to the Incredible Hulk because he senses that he's a powerful being, right? So now, turn the page, you have the first Venomized Hulk. So I don't care what people try to say, like, oh, it's definitely this, it's definitely that. No. And I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like, well, it's not considered the same universe or something like that. I don't know. But what I do know is if they're going to sit there and say that that What If number 10 from Volume 1 is the first Thor is Jane Foster, right? Why is this not considered the first Venomized character? And then, ironically enough, the art that they show you, because I'll show you later on, the art that they show you in this book, when they're saying about how, or the art that they show on that Quasar cover is a Venomized, ends up being a Venomized Thor, and lo and behold, what happens in this book? Thor gets venomized, and the image that they use is kind of more of a close up of this, but it's definitely him with the cape and everything else. So I really do feel like that they just went ahead and swiped this image and put that on there because that's 100% the image that's on that book. So I don't know. I mean, I say people will determine how they want to determine it, but this isn't some type of super huge key if you get the regular issue, but I do say that this predates the other one. But it's all about getting those who are involved in comics to go ahead and recognize that. But if you can find it, just letting you know, I think that's the first Venomized cover. If it ever turns out to be that way, who knows? Maybe it jumps up in popularity and everything else. But definitely a cool book to have. And if you don't have the actual book, great placeholder. These True Believers are really good placeholders for books that you really want to get, just can't afford, or that you can't find right now at a good price. But those are definitely awesome space holders. They have the whole story, and they're only $1, so why not? So as I was saying before, we were doing some cleaning in my house this weekend, and funny enough, my mother ended up coming across it. She's like, "Hey, check this out. Look what I found." And I said, "Okay." And then so she sat there and she showed me a Transformers coloring book. This is from 1984. And she's like, "I never used these, and like these never got used. So, you know, these are 100% uncolored. Like, you know, not saying that these are worth like super amounts of money or anything, because they're probably not. I mean, I'm sure you can probably find them on eBay for less than $5, but pretty cool thing to have. So, you know, just you know, pretty cool. You know, there you go. It gets Autobots and stuff like that, and then just to show. So this is what 1984. So have two of those. So I ended up finding two of these. Pretty cool. And then this is, I guess it was like a 3-issue set at some point. So this is issue number 3. Sorry, issue number 2. You know, that kind of, I don't know if they're telling a story throughout this, but, you know, just kind of, you know, just kind of cool. And it's funny, too, because I don't know where my mother would have stored these that I wouldn't have colored them as a kid. But, I don't know, for whatever reason, she had them. And I'm thinking that she found them at, like, you know, a dollar store or something like that, you know, way back whenever, and just never, you know, went ahead and used them. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. You know, definitely something you don't see all the time, semi-comic related, so pretty cool. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get going with this video. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. Again, this has been Boston Chris. Everybody have yourself a great day, night, and a great week. And I am out. I'll see you guys later.